guys, welcome back to this new episode of R&Dgarage. I want to thank all my new subscribers for being here. You guys rock. I don't know if you've been following me on TikTok, but I've been putting short little bursts of my videos up there, and they've been seeming to get like a positive response. So again, if you followed me from TikTok to my channel, thank you so much. And of course, everybody that's been there since the beginning, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, super excited today. My buddy Ruben came up. Unfortunately, he will not be on camera due to being camera shy, which is totally cool, but he brought up his gorgeous 2001 Acura Integra Type R. And I'm just, every time I look at a Type R, I'm just like, I really need another one. Dee had one back in the day. Love another one, but I don't want to pay $80K. So when my buddy comes up and says, hey, you want to work on this today? I'm like, yes! So at least we can get our hands dirty working on one and possibly go for a drive later. Okay. Unfortunately, with these cars, they tend to get a little bit of a space between the rear bumper and the tail light. And so over time, it just kind of gets a little bit more saggy, a little bit more saggy. So what we're going to do is basically make it fit right again. We're going to correct the fitment. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so if you guys have watched my blueberry videos, you know the secret to taking off the rear bumper is you got to do a lot of steps first. You got to take out the rear taillights, you got to unhook a bunch of stuff in the trunk, like there's just a bunch to do. So I'm not going to repeat it all for you right now, but you can go back to one of my blueberry videos. I can't remember which one it was, but you guys, I'll link it in the comments so you guys know which one I'm talking about. Okay, so I believe we're ready to start. Let's do this. So the owner of the car just had the best idea in the world, is to actually show what the gap looked like, which, duh, of course. Okay, so I put this metal bracket in, just placed it in right now. It's not hooked up or anything, but it normally sits up like that. And so you guys can probably see there is quite a little bit of space that isn't supposed to be there between the bumper and this mid bracket here. So what we're gonna do is fix it. Okay guys, so now it's time to pull the bumper off, but I want to get this out there first and foremost that most people who have Type Rs don't really daily drive them. My friend does, and I think that is badass because you have something like this, which was one of the best performing cars in the early 2000s, and he still drives it. Oh, yes, so 2 thumbs up for that. Okay. Come on, Dee, let's pull this bumper off. For me, it's a 2-person job. Number one, because I don't want to wreck his paint. It's not my car, and it can be a little unwieldy. So we're just being super duper extra careful. And he's already there, so I'm going to quit talking, and I'm going to help take the bumper off. Okay, ready? There we go. And we had already taken off all the clips and screws and all that, so super easy. And it looks good underneath here. Obviously, with this much wear and tear, the styrofoam is going to be a little bit dirty, but honestly, it looks pretty good. So, let's do this. Okay, guys, so in the meantime, we've basically been kind of test fitting. Our first plan of action was to basically bang up on this bracket here, like take a hammer and physically move it, or with a wrench, so that it would fit a little bit better. But then we were doing a couple of test fits and we're like, you know what, this is kind of, I don't want to say too much work, but it's going to take a little bit too long to actually get the bracket where we want it to be. And there's a possibility that it'll just start sagging again, maybe in a year or so. So what we're going to do now is actually have some fun with washers. And we're going to basically take some washers on each side. You know what, let me just show you what we're going to do. Okay guys, so we did a number of test fits in between shooting scenes here, and we tried bending this up. It didn't look like, well, we bent it up to where it is supposed to be, but the fitment still wasn't quite right. And so we tried a bunch of other stuff, but you know what really worked? Making homemade washers. And so we put one on like this, we put the other one on like this, and you know what? It fit perfect. So we're going to go ahead and basically put the bumper on right now and show you how much different it looks. Okay guys, so a secret here that I did was I actually used a couple pieces of tape to actually tape the washer to the bracket. That way when we're putting on the bumper, the washer won't fall off. We don't have to put the washer on after the bumper's on. Just kind of cuts out a little bit of a step there. So on each side, we are good to go. Everything's out of the way. Dee, let's go ahead and put this bumper on. So obviously it's going to be a little bit more of a tight fit because with that extra washer in there now. So we are going to be gentle and get this on. And so I'm going to have to press. You on that side?
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Oh, that looks a lot better already. Oh, you guys, that line is amazing. And we'll take the camera and show you before and afters as well. But dude, I'm super excited. This already looks a lot better. So let's move on. Okay, so as you guys can see, the middle part is back on, the middle painted part here. We basically test fit that as well to see if everything was truly coming together and the gap was closed. And you know what? It pretty much was. We're super, super happy with the way this went. So now we're gonna put all the clips on the bumper back on. We're gonna do all the screws. Again, this is something I'm not really gonna show for you guys because we did this before on Blueberry. So this will be a nice short, sweet video, but stay tuned. After this video, we're gonna do a walk around of the car and possibly a test drive, and you guys, you'll be wanting a Type R as much as I still do. Well, as you can see, the car is no longer a patron of Gapplebee's. No, seriously, this is awesome. As you can see, the washer helped. This, it looks fantastic. I'm super excited. Okay, guys, let's do a walk around of the car.